Well, Anastase Shyaka is the CEO of the Rwanda Governance Board. Joins us now live from Kigali. Good to have you with us, sir. If I could read to you what Human Rights Watch says in their review of Rwanda. They say the government, and I'm quoting here, continues to limit the ability of opposition parties and civil society groups to function freely. It goes on to say journalists who dare to ask, who dare to question the official narrative are harassed or arrested. The authorities detain people unlawfully in unofficial detention centres. Some are tortured. Are they wrong?
They are wrong, sir, because Human Rights Watch has been recycling biased reports in the last years. And Rwanda is defined by itself, not by those recycles. And number one is we have 11 political parties. All of them are allowed to campaign, and you have seen them. And as you put it rightly, even those in action here in the country have already said, as you have reported in your report, that there is more political space in this country. Number two, we have over 1,000 of non-governmental organizations. I don't know what you are talking about when they say there is no operations of those organizations. Our media has expanded. You can see it here live. The truth can be seen by naked ears. So Rwanda is progressing. One thing that is steady
well,
is
let me, if I may jump in there, let me tell you what they're talking about, since you said you don't know what they're talking about. They give some examples here. John Williams Ntwali, an investigative journalist of Rwanda who is investigating sensitive issues, including the disappearance or the death of a 2015 prominent businessman. He's arrested in January 2016.
That's what I'm telling you.
If I may, sir, please let me continue, then I will give you a chance to respond. He's arrested in January 2016. He's first accused of raping a minor. It's then downgraded to a charge of indecent assault. The whole case is then dropped, and he's released after 10 days. Another case they give on February the 3rd, police confiscating the computers of East African newspaper journalist Ivan Mugisha and Moses Gahigi. They had also been investigating sensitive cases of corruption and tax evasion. A third case they give on August the 8th, John Ndimbarasa, a journalist at Sana Radio, goes missing. Would you say that these are all coincidences, that they seem to give a lot of, I just quoted three, they give a lot of instances of journalists either going missing or getting arrested.
So
is all of that a coincidence?
It's so simple. I don't know why you are putting it in another perspective.
I'm not putting anything, sir. I'm just presenting to you what Human Rights Watch have said, since you said you don't know what they're talking about. That's all.
I'm just responding to your questions. No. I'm just, but it's as if you are not hearing, you are not listening to me. We are talking about elections, and now we are going back like 2-3 years. So we are talking about campaigns.
So this is just to be clear on what I'm doing here. I'm quoting to you what is currently on Human Rights Watch review page for Rwanda, and I'm putting to you, since you said you don't know what they're talking about. But go ahead, sir.
No. Wait a moment. No, I'm saying that what I told you, it's a recycled, biased reports. Unless you believe in those reports, but otherwise I think my explanation is very clear. So if you want to know about Rwanda, I don't think as of now and as of today, the reference is going to be the Human Rights Watch. I told you it's a recycled report. If you want to go by it, you can do that. But if you want to know Rwanda, come to Rwanda, see Rwanda how it is, but not to go by those who want to define Rwanda in their imagination and create another reality about this country. If you go by democracy, this nation should be counted among the top democratic countries on the globe. You can see it. If democracy means the governance and the power by the people, of the people, and for the people, Rwandans have showed it very clearly that they know what they want, they own their system, they want to own their future. And the reality is that outside there are people who don't want Rwandans to do what they want. They want to decide for them. So the whole thing is that those who want to define for Rwandans are saying, we know what we want. We know the direction we want to give to our country. We know that we don't want confrontational politics.
Okay.
We know that we want to embrace consensus. We know that political pluralism does not necessarily mean war. We know that peace is above everything. We want to have a peaceful campaign. We want to have fair political competitions. But above all, we want to have one country that is united, that is peaceful, and that is progressive.
Okay, so Human Rights Watch are going by recycled, unreliable reports. How about Amnesty International? Again, these are not my words or my perspective. So I'm a journalist. I just present to you the findings of others. So if I could get you to respond to Amnesty International, it says, quote, this is on their July 7th, 2017 statement, not old reports or old news. They say, quote, 2 decades of attacks on the political opposition, independent media and human rights defenders have created a climate of fear in Rwanda ahead of next month's election. Are they also unreliable and going by old reports?
How about this one? It seems you read only one side, an unreliable report and biased report. How about the
I'm giving you the opposite side, so because you represent the Rwandan authorities, so that's why I'm giving you an opportunity to respond. It's not my personal
Let me respond to you, therefore.
Opinion, sir.
Can I respond to you?
Please do.
Can I respond to you? How about the global reports like Global Gallup that says Rwanda is the country, the #1 in safety and security in Africa and among the top 5 globally? How about the Global Competitive Report that is saying this government is #7 globally in being effective and delivering service to the people? How about all the reports that are saying that Rwanda is #1 in having a justice sector that is much improved and that is free and transparent? How about those many other reports that have said this country in terms of cleanness, in terms of security, in terms of equality, in terms of access to different services and rights is among the top best on the continent and elsewhere? Are they wrong? Why do we have to refer to just one, that biased source, in defining this country? That's what the Rwandans have rejected and have said, we want to define ourselves. Whether you say continue to forge and create your own reality about this country, we will continue to move on, we will own our democracy, and we will own our future.
Okay, sir, but with all due respect, I'll let you speak there. You haven't answered the question of whether you are saying as well, regardless of what other organizations have said about the economic progress that's being made, the governance progress in some areas which is being made. I've given you not one, as you said. These are 2 different organizations who are talking about specific human rights abuses of journalists and opposition members. Now, if I may, sir, let me just give you the example you were asking for. Illumini Iragena, Amnesty says, a member of the political party United Democratic Forces, went missing on her way to work on the 26th of March. They say that family members have asked police to open an investigation, but the police have failed to respond. Why wouldn't authorities respond to an investigation, a request for an investigation into a political opposition figure who disappears?
So, as I said, this country, if Rwanda, is one of the safest countries in Africa and one of the top 5 safe countries. So with all due respect,
please answer this question.
Why would you believe? And that is being said. So if there is an issue, it is being processed that it has to be. And it doesn't have to come from someone dictating the police what the police has to do. And I want you to know that the police has been ranked, the Rwandan police has been ranked #1 globally.
So with all due respect, you're not answering the question. As great as the police force may be, should not a police force respond to a request for investigation when someone disappears?
So I'm trying to respond to your questions in relation to the whole atmosphere, whole environment you have, which is elections in Rwanda and the consolidation of democratic governance. But because probably your sources are those that pushing you to think that negative reporting about Rwanda is the real one, is the one you need to profile, that's why you are just taking me into that corner, and I don't want to go into that. So clearly, this country is on the move in terms of democracy, in terms of human rights, in terms of economic development, in terms of security. We see progress day after day.
Okay.
If Rwanda is not a paradise, I don't think where you are is a paradise as well. So we are a country that want to be in charge of our future, of our destiny. If there are challenges, we handle them in a transparent manner, and we are a country that goes for democratic principles and good governance principles, and definitely this country belongs to each and every Rwandan. So
okay, well,
we are a country that builds equality and unity among the citizens.
We are running out of time. I do feel you haven't answered the specific question I put to you, and just to be clear, these are not my sources that I am selecting. I've selected you critical voices, sir, because you represent the government, and I have never said that anywhere in the world, including the country I'm in, is some kind of paradise. But thank you very much, Anastase Shyaka there.
Thank you very much for your